Dile que
Sí.
que mi sueño es regresar nuevamente a Bali, a Indonesia el otro año, en this year.
I see. Okay, Mr. Walter is saying that he's looking forward to visit another time again to Bali.
Not just in Bali.
He
you
really
should
wants to be
see-
there again.
Beno, buenas noches.
Hola, Beno.
Al fin, Beno.
Beno, se hizo una.
You're still, we can't hear you, Beno. Your audio is not on.
Ya, tráete. Gracias.
We still can't hear you.
Más o menos.
Benito, tu audio.
To audio.
No se escucha. Benito, te está saludando.
Now we
Let
can
me
hear you.
see.
Can you say something?
See it. Hello, friends. Look at the chat. Look at the chat.
Yes, but we can't hear you.
Bueno, lo esperaremos un rato. El Víctor Freud dile a Eric, dile que en Perú hay problemas políticos y que este texto que estoy enviando ahorita al chat
Okay.
es un texto de Víctor. ¿Puedes indicarle?
Oh, I see.
En el chat del Zoom.
Okay, no problem. Valencia, the text
Yeah.
Walter is sending us is
Yeah.
from Victor, actually. And it's
Okay.
related to the political issues we have here.
Huh? Politic.
Kind
Oh,
of.
okay.
Yeah, it's related to the political problems we have
Okay,
here
I understand.
right now.
Sí, que dile que hemos cambiado de presidente y como él trabaja en el gobierno, está con mucho trabajo. No sé si le puede decir eso.
Ah, sí, no hay problema. A ver, Valencia, yeah, what Walter is telling me is that Victor, as he's working for the government, and well, we have political issues, he's very busy right now.
Yes, mucho trabajo. I understand that.
Yeah. So it's because of that that we're switching presidents in our side.
Oh my God! And
Yeah.
this is 8 a.m., 8 p.m. and it's still working.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's texting me.
Eric, escúchame. Ahorita hay un audio que Víctor me ha enviado, dile. Te lo voy a pasar.
Okay, let me see.
If Beno is ready, Antari, are you there, right? Maybe we can start.
Not yet, it seems.
I'm here.
Okay,
Eric y Falencia. Yeah.
Okay, he's ready now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Víctor, Eric.
Okay.
Te he mandado un audio.
Okay, let me see if I can do something about
No sé
it.
si lo puedes compartir acá en el...
Okay, let me try this. Okay, download. Okay.
¿Puedes traducirlo? A ver, a ver. Mira, a ver, voy a poner Falencia. Is listening, ¿no? Escucha.
No debemos confirmarnos. Hay que esperar. O sea, es más, si yo me reuniera, yo no sabía qué le voy a decir porque no puedo ofrecerle nada, no podemos coordinar nada todavía, ¿no? Tome en cuenta que aún se están cerrando cosas en las universidades. En el Estado, pues todavía ahorita todo está congelado hasta que se define quiénes van a ser los nuevos ministros. Y después de eso, que será, me imagino que unos 10 días, ¿no? No sé cuándo será, pero bueno. Ya pues vemos qué va a pasar, ¿no? Entonces, no podemos ofrecerle nada. Tal vez como universidades.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yo creo que puede ser algo como algo entre universidades. Eso sería bacán. Pero ahorita no hay presupuesto, no hay muchas cosas. Y yo no soy quien decide el uso de presupuesto en la PUC. En tu caso, no sé cómo será, pero en el caso PUC, ¿no? Pues, entonces la tendría que decir Edith, aplicar a todas las axis, ¿no? Pero ahorita está en otro, pues, es feriado.
Ya, ¿puedes traducir eso, Eric, para Falencia y Utari?
Okay, according to Victor, it seems that we cannot coordinate nothing yet. We cannot offer anything yet. And that's because from his side, from the Catholic University in here, there's no budget, as far as I remember from the audio.
Yeah.
Acá en mi universidad yo a Falencia le comenté para gestionarle los viajes, los pasajes para que vengan a Perú. Es posible, pero en Perú por el tema político y también por el tema que es fin de año, en enero se puede retomar la gestión, ¿no? Y dile que a mí personalmente me gustaría que venga a Perú para que dé unas charlas y haga contactos, ¿no? Con las universidades y con las instituciones públicas en las que trabaja. Víctor se ha ofrecido a vincularla con el tema de los ministerios de turismo y producción, donde él trabaja, ¿no? Bueno, no sé, tradúcele eso, no sé, y si ve no quiere decirle algo, no sé, si está con audio. Ya, está bien, ¿puedes traducirle eso?
Yeah. Okay, so according to Walter, there is some travels he's sketched for this month, but due to the issues we have here, we're delaying it for January. But he'd really like for you to come to Lima in order to do a collab,
Yeah.
to vinculate, to link universities.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
basically
Sí es posible que nosotros le podamos financiar los pasajes, pero Víctor se comprometió a conseguir la estadía y los viáticos y desplazamiento interno, ¿no? ¿Eso sí queda claro? Eric,
yeah.
o sea, sí.
Okay, so Victor, as well as proposing for the travels, yeah, he's making up for the for the internal transport, basically for the transport here in Lima.
it's for me, I mean the timing is fine, but I think what is most important is maybe we can start talking the kind of collaboration that we would like to do, especially in terms of the work itself and also like in terms of the time. And maybe if we can set up a proposal together, I can also try to find budget also with the proposal so then we can work both, you know, in our own countries. We'll see. I don't know. We can only try. Hi, Beno.
Yeah.
Can we hear you already?
Hello, Falencia. Can you hear me? Right?
Finally.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I am in my phone too. Yeah, but very, very happy to meet you again and also to meet you at Utari. And yeah, I'm super excited to join efforts, as you said, to generate like a program together with your methodology, with our methodologies, and apply to different, I don't know, possibilities. Now it could be with government here in
Yeah.
Peru or in wherever that we could see, and also to another foundations. We have
Yeah.
UNIDO, you know, no, from United Nations.
Yeah.
They
You
are
know, they work here for but very very little, but we do have relations with UNIDO. But the Fab City has relation with UNIDO.
yes, exactly, and we have been working with them in different programs here in Peru, and also they are interested in another programs for Latin America. I think it could be a good place to explore Maybe another foundations too, no? But yeah, very, very excited to create something together. Yes, it's true. In Peru, we are like in a very turbulent moment, and relationship with governments maybe
Is it
here is
election?
not. It's not election. It's like corruption.
Ah, okay.
And
Yeah,
the president, well,
that's a big issue.
2 days ago, the president wanted to
Impeached.
close all the powers and become a dictator.
Oh, he was impeached and arrested 2 days ago. I just
He
looked
has
it
been
up.
arrested, yes.
Okay, wow.
We,
Oh,
we switched to another for the vice president.
okay.
And yeah, we are in this change, and the government it's right now is very unstable. So, but this is in Peru, no? But what is great in Fab Lat from Latin America, we are connected with another countries, with another institution. Maestro Walter, solo menciona que claro, con Perú está complicado, ya está translation for Walter, ¿no? Está
Yeah.
complicado en términos políticos, pero igual sería genial unir esfuerzos para crear programas que se puedan aplicar o apuntar a otras organizaciones internacionales. Mientras se va mejorando la cosa aquí.
Bien, yo creo que no sé si y yo la verdad con mi universidad tenemos interés en que los vínculos eh, se fortalezcan y que no se pierda pues
Reinforce.
el contacto, ¿no? Sí. Eric, a ver tú que
To
mientras...
reinforce the link between universities. That's basically what he was trying to tell us.
Sorry? Come again, Eric?
Oh, so what Walter is trying to tell us is in order to reinforce, to strengthen the links between universities.
Yeah, we do. Well, I am now in the board of University of Indonesia. So University of Indonesia is like it's a state university. I would say now the #1 state university. I think there are like 3 biggest public university in Indonesia, and University of Indonesia is one.
Nice.
So that is, I mean, it's a bit far-fetched because whenever our university think about collaborations, I don't think that they ever thought about Peru. Because it's almost always
That's
like
interesting.
it's a relations with Europe, or it's a relation with with Southeast Asia gitu, or the US gitu. That's
So
just
that's
like
new for you.
the very common trajectory. So this is something very new. So if we want to do that, I think we just need to find the right angle. Especially like I think the South and South connection, it's always interesting. And like for example, if we talk about, we don't have in our university, we don't have what we call a design, communication, and visual major, but we do have, for example, like an architecture. It's a very how do you call it? Yeah, it's in terms of the major, it's a conservative university. You know, like Oxford. Like so, we don't have design. We don't have how do you call it? Like, is it implementing ini ya major gitu? But we do have like architecture, for example. So what is interesting is maybe looking at something on how like we can develop ideas from vernacular architecture, especially the ones that is built according to the local geography. I don't know if because ours is disaster prone areas. So then buildings, which is I think might be very interesting for Fab Lab or Fab City, Beno, we need to have more innovation on building structure, especially houses that is prone to earthquake, because we are an earthquake prone areas. But I don't know whether Peru is the same or not, because if it is the same, then that is something regarding like disaster mitigation, that is something that we can work on as well, because it's also on the trajectory of Fab Lab. Sorry, Eric, please translate.
Don't worry about it. I'm listening.
No, you can translate it for Walter first, and then I can continue.
Oh, no, no worries. I'm already translating it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to his chat, basically.
Sí, sí,
okay,
ya,
okay.
ya lo leí. Más bien dile
Oh, okay. Oh, that's very good.
que presente a su amiga Utair, ¿no? Y a ver cómo, que se presente, ¿no? Para conocerla.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, would like to present Utari, basically.
Okay.
Would like for you to present Utari.
What I found very interesting with your project, Walter, with the weaving, I mean, for us, it's like the government always wants to promote our traditional product, right? But then there are, I think the problems is the same almost everywhere. Like if it's a very traditional, it's handmade, sometimes the quality is very random. And so people who, and there is no curatorial, there is no documentation or archive on the patterns, which is very important in our case because in different areas every pattern has a meaning. So I think that is something that we can also try to work together to have this archive on the patterns, and then from that pattern we can, so the pattern that is used normally only for weaving, we can use it for architecture, for example, for interior design or for exterior design, for example, or for different kinds of things. And this is very important, especially when we talk about cultural identity. Yeah, there are not many places where people, if you're not coming from Java, for example, which is a dominant, it's a dominant culture, or from my tribe, which is also quite a dominant culture, to express themselves and to allow their cultural expressions to be used by other people, gitu, and and or to be appreciated also by other people, because the how do you call it, yeah, the space to do so is very little if you're not coming from a very dominant culture. Like only, I think in Indonesia, maybe around 10, I would say, not even 15, the culture that is quite dominant, and then people know in all over Indonesia, but the rest are like, you know, they don't have the space for it. So that is what I'm interested in when I saw your how do you call it in Spanish, your weaving thing, telar, is it telar?
Telar.
Loom,
Yeah,
Telar.
weaving. Telar.
loom.
Yeah.
Loom.
Your small telar machine. It's because I think first
Máquina de tejido, Walter.
weaving, it's something that we have in all provinces in Indonesia. So this is one thing that is shared, yeah, in Indonesia throughout the country, because we have 17,000 islands. So throughout the country there is always, like, you know, that weaving culture. Second, that actually allows for younger generation to learn more without with a more interesting way, and if they want to make a living out of it or a business out of it, then they know, you know, what that is an option. Right now it doesn't feel like it's an option, because it's either work on by what we call it the mamas, so women in villages, and then apa namanya, and it's very, how do you call it, yeah, it's very, of course, like with weaving, in several areas you have this quote unquote professional weaving communities or weaving collectives that they make weaving for a living. But in general, the weaving is actually part of life in Indonesia. So you weave, but you don't make it as your main profession. So then if these mamas, for example, they still take care of their family, they still go to the to their their, it's not garden, apa ya Tarya, kebun ya. So they have like small farms or in the forest. So then they still go there to tend their plants, and they do other stuff. So then they weave probably maybe 2 or 4 hours. So what I'm interested in is actually with our book, we wanted to create sort of like an algorithm, Walter. So if you can weave, it's okay. You can choose, yeah. If you can weave for 4 hours a day, then we already know how many clothes that you can make within a month, for example. But if you weave 6 hours a day, then there are more clothes. So then this will allow them to calculate themselves. It's like a financial management, but it's for weaving. So then it allows them to manage and to have that choice of path, which way that they want to go. If they want to go like make it like a major profession, then they know what to do. So that's what the book actually tells you. And the other way is like we wanted to show them the whole demand and supply chain. So then they know within the production chain, within the supply chain, what's happening. Where can you get? So if you want to make it a profession, where can you get the material? Because here, I don't know about you, but here our material mostly come from China. So, and it's now it used to be cotton, but now there's a lot of polyester, which makes the quality very, very bad. So right now we are trying to connect. So I start to collect myself like several communities that is already trying to grow their own cotton, but we are still importing cotton a lot from Bangladesh, from India, from China, and not surprisingly from the US. Gitu. So we are a very big market for US cotton factories. So that's one. But what we also trying to introduce is the innovation to create new materials for weaving, Walter. Because a long time ago, before, well, we used to grow our own cotton, but we also use like our ancient tribes. We use also the weaving from pineapple thread, pineapple fiber, but it's not. So then the knowledge is already, well, it's almost gone. Yeah, that before that the knowledge that before a long time ago they can actually create pineapple fiber themselves. So that's something that we would like to introduce. And also the other one, well, tencel is also quite big here, but it's still quite expensive. The other one is the bamboo thread. I don't know if bamboo is quite big in Peru, but and pineapple. So that is something that we can also explore together. And the new one is the cassava silk. So then the silkworm doesn't eat the mulberry tree like in China, but they eat cassava tree, which is cassava is like I don't know whether it's endemic, but it's very easy to grow here. So there are a lot of this angle that we can come in, it's either the new material, it's the production process. And when it comes to the government, the book allows them to evaluate what kind of help they need from the government. Because here the government is often very random when they're giving workshop. So it's like, trend forecasting workshop, or color workshop, or branding workshop, without really knowing the stages of where the people are. So, and also without really understanding that, that you cannot build an industry if you don't understand the habit of the weavers themselves, whether they're weaving as their major income or they're weaving as just part of their, cultural or daily life. I don't know. I think I've been thinking that maybe those are the things that we can, go together, especially culturally, particularly from the cultural perspective, because this is something that we are both very strong at, and our traditional community is still very much alive. And to have that leap, from doing weaving as a very, very traditional activity as part of the cultural life to, to go to an industry. I think that is something that we can work on together. And I did a small research. Actually, we do have trading connections for a long time, Peru and Indonesia, and it's quite big. I think we imported, I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's see.
Understand. ¿Está bien dicho? Entiendo. Eric, dile que
Yeah.
entiendo.
Oh yeah, Walter is understanding. He's
Yeah.
clearly understanding now. So yeah, no worries about that part.
Yeah, so there are a lot of imports from Indonesia to Peru, from Peru to Indonesia, which is very, very interesting materials that we import from you. I don't understand. We import cocoa from you. That is, and fertilizers. That is so strange because we have lots of cocoa tree. I don't understand. So yeah,
Eric, ¿puedes preguntarle, Eric, puedes preguntarle cuando ella se refiere a la seda de casafa, es seda de, ¿qué tipo de fibra es? No le entendí esa parte. La fibra que usa.
Walter is asking about the kind of fiber this cassava silk is.
Yeah, it's like silk, but so it's the same process. So it's a silkworm, but instead of eating mulberry, they eat cassava leaves.
Okay. So the difference is in what the worms are eating, basically.
Yeah, but it's the
okay.
same from
I'll
the
explain
cocoon.
him.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
And so I have good connection right now with the Ministry of, well, apart from some university, but also with the Ministry of Creative Economy. I think, I'm not sure, Beno, you met Pak Neil, right? When we were in Bali, because he was talking to Victor as well. I introduced him to Victor.
Who? Sorry, don't.
Our representative from the ministry when we were in Bali. Do you remember? Did you have? Okay.
I don't remember him.
Okay. Well, I introduced Victor to him. So then we had a chance to talk, and that is something also that we can pursue if we want to go that direction as well with the Ministry of Creative Economy. And I think it would be interesting because you said, at least Victor said that you guys wanted to develop the creative economy, and this is just but this is recorded, yeah. Okay, anyway, with the with the Indonesian government, we, yeah, well, I think with any government, yeah, we like to be the person who's, become the resource person, so we can also use that if we want to get like sort of like a governmental support. What I normally do here, for example, if we want to have a governmental support, is I mean, I talked to the minister already, the ministerial people, but I can also go to your embassy here in Jakarta, and you can also go to our embassy there in Peru, and then we can start establish the connection, at least to get to know each other, and then telling them that we are planning this kind of collaborations, gitu. So, but what would be good is like if we create sort of like a common letter, yeah, that we send to the ambassador, gitu. I've done that several times with different ambassadors for collaborations, and that sped up the process because then I can find out the information from the Indonesian Indonesian embassy in Peru, in Lima, to know, what they're focusing on in terms of cooperations with Indonesia. and we can use that as well, because sometimes they can also fund Indonesian to come there for that kind of collaboration. So like we can try different angles for this.
I see. Okay. Let me check. Let me check.
That's great, super.
Yeah. That's actually very surprising, in fact.
I'm still trying to figure out what Peru import from Indonesia.
Okay.
Yeah, we have. Sorry, Eric. Please.
No problem. Continue, please.
Dele, maestro.
The other thing, what we can do also, but this is sort of like on a bigger terms, yeah. Apa namanya? If we want to start with the weaving, and then we want to sort of like collaborate on that, which I think it's a very it's a very good angle as well. What we can do is also we can when we arrange these collaborations, at the end of the project we can do an exhibition. So it's like a small exhibition to introduce Peru's weaving in Indonesia, or maybe other stuff, and the other way around gitu, to introduce Indonesian weaving in Peru gitu, and see how we are connected as two countries through weaving. And apa namanya, and that's I think also where the your small teller machine can come in, Walter, gitu. Because then we can try to include it to make it here, and then to distribute it to schools, for example, where weaving is a it's a very big thing, especially what we're doing. We have this one province, it's in the central part of Indonesia, it's after Bali, it's 2 islands after Bali. So that whole island is actually weaving is a very strong part of their culture.
Okay. That's great. Let me show you here. This is a project that we are running in the jungle. It's just a sketch, but this is for an agro lab, and it's designed to make in bamboo. So I think, yeah, bamboo lab, I think will be great to work together in this direction. You are the masters in bamboo, and I think will be a great opportunity to integrate digital fabrication with bamboo. We have some experience in that, and I think that will be a great opportunity too. No? Sorry, I can't hear you. Voice is mine.
Sorry, I think this is something where CAST can come in, Thomas, if we build Fab City, because one of the good connections that we have is with we have like a Sustainable Bamboo Foundation, literally translated, yeah.
Okay.
It's in Bali, and they are now working together with the government to produce bamboo houses that is prone to earthquake. So then, because with the bamboo houses here, we have already developed several models. So you don't imagine just bamboo, just like with the round bamboo, the raw bamboo, but we already have like houses with bamboo planks. So then
nice.
So
laminar,
then
laminar system.
Yes, laminated bamboo plank. And because when earthquake happen, even though it falls, it's not as heavy as a brick. So then it will allow,
Exactly.
so that it's safer actually for people, even though, the whole house is falling. So
Exactly.
I think if you want to be very serious on that, I can connect you. Well, that where the university element can come in. So then there are we can go 2 sides, yeah, the weaving and the bamboo. With the bamboo, I can build a network of university and Yayasan Bambu Lestari, and also with CAST, and with the government as well, gitu. So then the network is there already.
Uni University have also an important research in bamboo. Maestro Walter, investigación en bambú.
Oh,
Sí, en Perú, Diego fue el que hizo trabajo en bambú,
Diego, sí, Diego
Machuca.
Machuca, pero también está Barrio Nuevo.
La arquitecta, la ingeniera Barrio Nuevo.
Sí. Y bueno, y
yeah.
otros tantos. Yeah, there are some researchers and people interested in bamboo that,
En Perú tenemos algo que se llama la caña brava. No es como el bambú, pero abunda con lo que hacen las esteras. No sé si la conoces. Tenemos, en Perú no hay abundancia de bambú. Lo que existe es abundancia, esa caña brava que le llaman, no sé. ¿Aló?
Yeah.
No sé, a ver, Eric, no sé si... O Vera, no. Eric, ¿conoces la caña brava?
Ah, claro, el carrizo, pues.
El
Claro.
carrizo, que es una... No sé si le puedes buscar una imagen,
Okay,
Eric.
let me see. I'm already translating the dialogue before. It's in the chat, by the way. Caña brava, carrizo. Not very different from bamboo, but it's on a smaller scale as a plant. And it's dryable, basically.
Ah, ya, pero compártelo en la pantalla, no sé, para que lo vean.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me see. Share. Caña brava, carrizo. So basically, they gather the plants, they make it dried, and after dried, they process them. Well,
Yeah.
that's how I remember.
Yeah, that's basically, so that's the usual how you apa namanya use bamboo. But normally with those kind of process, you still use the bamboo in its full form. So you don't process it as a plank to become like a bamboo plank or a panel, we call it.
No, oh no, actually, as a plant, I was referring to.
As a plank, as in a panel.
Oh, we
sí,
haven't reached that
plantas de
stage
bambú.
there yet.
I have a friend that is, he has been working a lot in bamboo. His PhD were about how to soldering bamboo.
Oh, that's right. And also, apa namanya? I forgot. I did a. It was a long time ago. I did a research like a few years ago. There used to be like this bamboo and rattan, sort of like a conference. So I was talking to Thomas, if you really want to go to bamboo, maybe this is something that we can make alive again, gitu. We can work together with them, because I don't think it's still happening. It's been like, I think the organization is not doing that for a long time now. So maybe that's something that apa. I mean, there's so many ways that we can do it, yeah. So we just need to figure out the trajectory and how we're going to start it. But with the bamboo, that means I mean, we can go to the universities, and then that's something that is really doable in terms of need also, because we really need it, especially now we are already suffering quite frequent earthquakes, almost now almost every month in different areas in Indonesia, because the plate is moving. And it will keep on happening because Indonesia is lying on the Eurasian plate. So it's basically, it's the island. If you see Indonesian map, it's like this. It's the whole thing, it's a plate. So then when they move, and they keep on moving, the thing with the plate is they keep on moving. So once they move, depends on how strong, and then it will be earthquake. So then that's what the natural disaster organization is trying, government, like it will happen. We just don't know when. What we need to do is to mitigate, so then there is no casualty.
Yes, exactly. Well, very, very excited to collaborate in any way, in construction, in innovation, in education. And please, I have to leave now, but I will contact to Walter and to you, super friends, no, Falencia, and
Okay, let's see.
to see how could we continue working together. But very, very excited for this opportunity.
Yeah.
See you soon.
So then,
Thank you. Cuídense. Bye bye.
Ah, ¿te vas, Beno?
Sí.
Ay,
Tengo
oye,
revueltas.
mañana es la maratón, ¿no?
Sí. I
Ah,
have to rest.
Oh,
Beno, tomorrow is marathon runner.
I'm going to run to an island. Yeah, and I need to continue my preparation for tomorrow.
Tari is running as well. Tari is
yeah.
running half marathon.
Really?
Half marathon tomorrow.
¿Sí?
Tomorrow you're
So both of you
great.
are marathoning.
Nice.
So Beno,
Excellent. Take a picture.
Tari is also in the Fab Fest and the Fab Academy. Sorry.
Ah,
Yeah.
really?
I miss a lot of the classes and I need to catch up.
Who is your instructor?
Oh shoot.
Where is he from? Or where is she from?
I think the US. Yeah. There's a guy.
Okay.
There's a guy. Yeah, I really need to catch up on.
Okay. Well, congratulations. Did you finish?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I'm
Well,
also,
next year.
yeah, I'm also in the Fab Academy, but I have been missing the classes because the second class I was in a remote area in Indonesia. So then the tower collapsed and there is no internet
Really?
connection.
Come
On
on,
the
you have to
second,
finish. You have to finish.
I know, I don't know how to finish it. On the third class, I was in hospital, so I was hospitalized.
Oh my God.
Oh.
So I
Crazy.
don't know
Well,
whether I can still finish it. I might contact you on that because sharing.
not excuses. Not excuses for next year, please. Just
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I'll continue next year.
Please, just let us know. And Walter is a Fab Academy master. Yeah,
Okay.
a very high guru. You can contact him also. And I'm happy to support you in any assignment that you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
See
Bye,
you.
Ben.
Nos vemos. Bye bye.
Good
Thank
luck
you so much.
with your marathon.
You too. You too.
Cuídate,
Thank you.
Benito.
Chao,
Yeah.
Benito.
Disfruta.
See
Chao,
you
chao.
tomorrow en la
See
punta.
you tomorrow.
En la Punta City.
That's it. So I think how do you normally start, Walter? Should we sort of like have another meeting so then we can make a scrap like a apa just like a small diagram on how we're going to the kind of projects that we want to do, and then after that maybe we can start writing. What do you think?
Oiga, lo que dice Walter es en qué momento podemos coordinar otra reunión para empezar ya a anotar ideas a partir de un pizarrón. Esencialmente eso.
Ella quiera, porque yo ahora en Perú, cuéntale que en Perú estamos cerrando el año, estamos terminando todo y vamos a entrar en un periodo de vacaciones, ¿no? Entonces voy a tener más tiempo a partir de la próxima semana, ¿no? Tengo tiempo, más bien ella, ¿no? ¿Cuál es su horario? Por la diferencia de horario que creo que son 12 horas. Y también Eric, tú tienes que apoyarnos en el translator. Eric is a translator official translator.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. But yeah, okay, let me tell you what Walter was trying to say, to tell us. Basically, as we're finishing the year here in Peru, we're gonna have a long time of vacations. So starting from next week, he
Yeah.
has time for those
Yeah.
coordination, for those reunions, in order to sketch up new ideas, to
Okay.
collaborate, to coordinate. So
Cualquier
he's
día,
asking you
dile,
for
cualquier
your
día.
schedule. Yeah, any day, basically.
Yeah. So maybe yeah. So then I think 8 a.m. is good, yeah.
8 a.m. from our time or your
No,
time,
from
Michelle?
my time, I know you don't work in the morning, so then that's why 8 p.m. your time, 8 a.m. In Jakarta. But the days, I think this Saturday is good ya, Tar ya?
Weekdays, if possible.
Weekdays, Walter?
Mm. ¿Qué días de semana puede ser? Dice. ¿Qué días de la semana?
Wednesday o el Friday,
Just,
Friday,
I'll call.
Wednesday is good. I mean,
Wednesday o Friday, no sé, o sábado, ¿no? ¿Sábado qué día es?
Sábado es. De acá recién mañana 10. El siguiente es el 17.
17.
I'll follow the majority.
O el muy pronto, de repente hoy estamos. También puede ser el 17. 17, ¿está bien dicho? 17, Eric,
Yeah, December 17.
17, ¿ok?
On
Next week,
Saturday.
yeah.
Miércoles, December 17.
Is my calendar.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so Sabado.
Oh, December 17th. Maybe Ellen can join, but I have something on that day. And I'll just talk to Ellen maybe afterwards.
How about December? Can you? Oh, because you said next week.
Yeah, from next
Are
week.
you still working next week?
Next week es el otro año, ¿no? No, la otra semana, ¿no?
Yeah, next week es la otra semana.
Entonces, ¿cuándo se quieren ellos?
How about Wednesday 14?
14,
Miércoles
24.
14 dice.
¿Cuándo?
No, 14 Wednesday, Tuesday for you. Tuesday 13 for you, 8 p.m. That's 14 Wednesday for us, 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Okay.
So Tuesday evening or Wednesday evening? Is it possible for you? So
El
your
martes
time.
dice. O
Martes,
sea, para nosotros es el martes 13, para ellas es el miércoles 14 ya.
ya está bien. Martes a las 8.
Martes 13 en nuestro caso.
Martes
8 de
13.
la, martes 13, 8 de la noche. En el caso de ellas, ya sería miércoles 14 a las 8 de la mañana, al mismo tiempo.
¿Tú puedes, Eric?
Okay, let me see. Oh, it
Martes,
says 8
miércoles.
p.m., no problem.
Okay,
Bien.
martes.
Martes 8 p.m. con
So
Valencia.
13.
Martes 13, 8 p.m.
Valencia.
Yeah, have no problem.
Dile, ¿cuáles serían los temas, los assignments o la agenda de la reunión, ¿no? Para tomar nota.
Oh, okay. What would it, no. What about the topic about by that time? The assignments, the themes,
Okay.
the topics.
I will. Tari, when are we meeting? I'll talk to Tari and then maybe we can draw something about the trajectory of the project and then we can discuss it and then then we just start from there. At least we have something to start with. So I'll make 2 trajectories for the weaving and for bamboo.
For weaving and bamboo. Okay.
Yeah.
Para
We can,
tejidos.
we
Yo,
Bambú.
¿qué quisieran? Dile, ¿qué quisieran que yo, qué información les tenga listo para el día martes, ¿no?
Okay.
¿Qué necesitan de mí para yo complementar a la reunión?
Okay, I see. Okay, so what Walter is asking us is what kind of information do you want us to bring ready
Okay.
in order to talk
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, because the thing is, I don't know how you do your projects in Peru. What I described to you before is how we approach projects here in Indonesia when we want to approach, sort of like a bilateral project. So maybe in the next meeting, you can just complement and see what you need to do on your side, because maybe there is a different way of doing things. So for me, like I have all the information that I can bring. Maybe from your side is, let's see whether you already have a list of like organizations that we want to bring into the conversation, either the government or UN organizations that you're already connected with. So like I'm thinking about like bringing together the network that it's just like one phone call away from us,
In order to
not
bridge, right?
sorry.
In order to bridge.
And also maybe to fund the project.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, Walter, lo que ellas quieren decir es, para ese entonces necesitamos tener listo, o sea, básicamente complementar, hablar de cómo es nuestra forma de trabajar acá en el Perú. ¿Por qué? Porque probablemente la forma de trabajar acá sea diferente que en Indonesia. Entonces, lo que está buscando son puntos en común para poder establecer las conexiones, las posibilidades, las relaciones. Es a partir de eso.
¿Cómo trabajamos en proyectos de investigación? ¿O cómo trabajamos como Fab Lab? ¿A eso se
Todo.
refiere?
Todo.
Ya, ok, listo.
Is
No hay problema.
cassava big in Peru?
What? Oh, I couldn't hear you.
Cassava.
Sorry.
Um,
Casafa.
yeah, is it big in Peru?
Está preguntando si existe casafa acá en Perú, o sea, sea de casafa o hojas de
Sí, lo que no
casafa.
sé es si ella puede mostrarme una imagen de lo que es casafa. De repente acá hay, pero con otro nombre.
Okay, let's see. Valencia, what Walter is telling us is
Yeah.
if you can show us an image of casafa, because maybe in Peru we have this plant, but with another name.
Oh, here. It's the same. What is cassava? What is cassava in Spanish?
Or we can find the Latin name, the scientific name.
Coba cari
Maybe.
bentar, gue cari terjemahannya.
Okay,
Hang on,
please
let
in
me
the
just.
chat. Yeah.
It's
In order to-
mandioca. Mandioca?
Mandioca.
Yuca.
Mandioca.
Ah, en Perú creo que se llama yuca, mandioca.
Wow, es la yuca.
Yeah, it's like yuca.
En Perú hay un
Wow.
montón. Ay,
Yeah.
en la selva. Explícale que en
Let
Perú.
me show you the.
Okay,
Let
so
me show you the ini ya. Here, let me show you the plant.
image.
Share screen.
Casa-
Singkong.
Okay. Casa-
I think you can use the leaf for malaria medicine or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this plant.
Yeah.
We have
Can
them
you
in
show us?
quantity.
Yes, exactly. Can you show us the tree?
Okay, let's see.
Look for
Puede
the tree.
decirle el árbol, dice ella, ¿no?
Sí, está preguntando por el árbol.
Dile, pero ellos hacen fibra con esto, sacan fibra.
Yeah.
Sí, con
So
las
you
hojas
see?
del árbol de la yuca, dice.
Okay. So which one is maybe you can find a picture that is more clear on the tree.
Ah, okay. Okay, now
So
I understand. It wasn't with K, it was with C, cassava.
yeah, it's cassava with C, sorry.
Okay.
So if you
Oh,
go
damn it.
to
Okay,
one
let's see.
okay.
Cassava.
Yeah,
Nice.
see la yuca o mandioca, no? See.
Nice.
So it's actually Amazonian
Really nice.
natives. Nah, if you go to the picture, so here we eat the cassava leaves as I know one of our staple food, one of our food, and we eat also because there's different kinds of yuca, but the one that we can eat, we eat it as well, and then we make it into flour. I think I'm sure it's the same with you guys. But
Or
if you
chips.
go, if you look for just look for, I don't know in Spanish, Eric, cassava silkworm.
Cassava. Yeah, cassava
Silkworm.
silkworm. Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can translate it in
Cassava
Spanish.
silkworm. Okay, let's see. Eric silkworm. Here. Here it is. Nice. Okay, let me. Cassava silkworm. Okay. Walter, Benito,
Sí.
ya le voy enviando en el chat el nombre que estamos buscando en Google.
Ada ya.
Cassava silkworm. Okay, let's see. Share. Acá. Okay, I'm low in battery, so it's not gonna be long. Maybe I'll need to silence my microphone a little after.
There,
Yeah.
cassava leaf silkworm. So that's what is now being developed in Indonesia. And of course, it's the same with other silkworm, yeah. Then you take the cocoons for the thread.
En otras palabras, Walter, los gusanos de seda que usan para la yuca son los mismos que usan para las otras plantas al momento de producir la seda. Entonces, con la misma lógica, sacan después ¿cómo eran? Las corazas, las pupas de la oruga,
La
y de eso
pupa,
hacen el
exactly.
hilo. Sí. Y de eso hacen los hilos. Pues.
So this is also something, Walter, that is, I think that would be very interesting for the government in terms of maybe like a co-creation on the same material, but with our own, way of weaving.
I see. Ya, Walter, lo que menciona es que existe la posibilidad de que a través de esto se pueda crear justamente este material, esta seda, y combinarlo con nuestras formas de tejer. Es decir, combinar material y técnica, esencialmente.
Ah, mira, que ese es un interesante concepto, ¿no?
Yeah, very interesting.
So if you can find out
Combinar-
information, I think, Eric, that means if Walter can find information on how far, whether you already have the silkworm, apa namanya, plantation, not plantation, I don't know how to call it in English. So it's like, where there are people who already grow silkworm in Peru. That is one. And also like how far is the bamboo, sort of like bamboo innovation when it comes to houses or to material. So we can look bamboo at for two things, for material, for new material, and for structure. Who's doing that? How far have they gone? And then we can see, if like Indonesia can be the sort of like the leading, where if Indonesia can lead the knowledge on that, then that is something also we can put in the proposal. While on the other hand, Peru can be the leader of the knowledge on the, how to make weaving more known. And if we want to do more serious, if we want to develop a more serious industrial, industrial quote unquote weaving ini ya, sustainable industry for weaving.
Basically, your materials and our technique, basically, or vice versa as well, in that
Yeah.
that sense.
Yeah.
I see.
But we don't know. We don't know. But so maybe we can collect those knowledge from your side because we have it already from our side, and that is something that we can exchange. And then so what we can do is we can already on Tuesday sort of map the network. What do we have? Who can we contact? And what kind of program or trajectory are we going with? If that makes sense.
What we have, the program, and the trajectory. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell him.
Yeah.
Okay, Walter. Entonces lo que ella quiere decir es que traigamos información ya de todo lo relacionado al bambú y a la seda que tenemos acá. Es decir, materiales, técnicas, quién está liderando el mercado acá, básicamente. ¿Por qué? Porque lo que necesitamos ver para ese día es esencialmente qué es lo que tenemos de ambos lados, de Perú y de Indonesia, respecto a este tema de materiales y técnica. Y otras dos cosas más que creo que era, claro, qué es lo que tenemos, qué programas vamos a implementar y hacia dónde vamos, cuál es nuestra trayectoria en base a eso.
Ya, entonces la idea sería como que traer la técnica de Indonesia para acá o traer productos de Indonesia para acá. No entiendo bien eso.
Intercambiar, compartir técnicas, materiales que hay en Indonesia y que en Perú. Bueno, ellos ya tienen la información de esto de parte de Indonesia, solo nos falta a nosotros la información respecto a materiales y técnicas peruanas, respecto a bambú y seda y tejido.
Alan got kicked out. I think probably a connection.
Walter, Falencia parece que se ha desconectado accidentalmente. Si tienes su número, puedes enviarle de nuevo el link para que pueda entrar.
There she is. She's back.
Nice.
Utari.
Sorry, I got cut off.
Pregúntale a Utari en qué trabaja. Va a llevar el FAP Academy, ¿entendí?
Oh, Utari. Walter is asking what you're doing actually.
Okay, yes, good. Please, Tari.
Yeah. Okay. Let me silence a bit because I need to charge my laptop.
Yes,
Low
yes.
on battery right now.
I'm the designer actually. So I work together with Ellen. Sometimes I just, we brainstorm together, and then like sometimes facilitate workshops too. Yeah, sometimes it's branding workshops or other community related workshops. And then so my background is a graphic designer. So I do a lot of design, and then like we need to design a diagram or infographics and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm making the information gathered simpler and easier to read with simpler information, I guess. Ellen.
Yeah, so together with me, we sort of like create a small company for focusing on service design. But what we do is actually we want to help like smaller companies to transition, Walter. So from just a regular company to become a more sustainable and responsible company. So it's like on how to make the product more green, for example, but also within the company culture, how they can pay more respect on human rights, on gender equality, on respecting the labor law, for example. So creating a more safe and a more safe workspace, basically. That's what we're trying to campaign.
está hablando sobre Usari, Eric.
Está hablando del... Uy, ya estoy cargando, no sé si se escucha bien, se escucha con estática, pero... ya, sí. Está hablando de que todo esto es para crear espacios de trabajo más seguros. Eso es lo último que entendí.
Ya. O sea,
Sí.
Usaid, you will student the FAP Academy, Usaid?
Yes, but I need to catch up.
It's hard work.
Same.
Hard work as a student.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, yeah, basically, we're also trying to approach design as a way of, because here, when people think about design, they're still thinking about just making a visual, right?
Mhm.
So it's like drawing logo or, designing, layouting something, But what we want to do is actually to look at, design and the study of design as a perspective to see problems. So not just, it's the same as architecture, right? It's not about building things, it's not about constructions, but it's a way of looking at problems and trying to figure out the solution. So it's
With
that's what
intention.
we're trying. Sorry, Tari?
With intention, so we're not just
Yeah, so
there's a,
there's always a reason to do stuff, gitu, not just because you want to. Sometimes it's okay just because you want to, but in our case, we wanted to people to have like to think more about why they want to do things. Maybe it resonates with you, Eric, as a student.
Yeah, I can relate to that actually. But yeah, I also need to catch up in a way, in some ways. Oof, well,
So
okay.
yeah, so Walter, I think there is a lot of connection there, but from my experience, what we need to do right now, because I think we do have a lot of resources, we have a lot of network, and we have the knowledge as well. So then it's about like trying to put things together, and then if you wash your clothes, you need to squeeze it until you have the gist. So it's like with the cassava, right? You have to squeeze it until you have the gist of it, gitu. And then we go with the gist, gitu. Can you translate that, Eric?
Sí, sí.
I'm sorry.
I'm already doing that.
¿Es posible un video Technics? Dile que sí es posible un video que ellos tengan de cómo se produce esa seda. Debe haber,
Okay.
¿no?
Yeah. Okay, so what Walter is trying to tell us is, well, he's actually asking us to see a video about how this silk is produced right now. Yeah, please.
You can actually, there is a lot in YouTube, Eric.
Okay, let me check.
Yeah, just go with cassava silkworm. I'm not sure if it's a plantation or not. Cassava silkworm atau cassava silk production.
or farming. I don't know.
No, just the production, so you know the.
Oh, after
yeah.
after the cocoons.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm searching right now. Okay, let me check a bit because it seems not so easy to find actually. For some
Atau
Eso es,
here.
eso es comida, eso se
Um,
come, ¿no? Ese es un dulce, ese es el gusano. ¿Puede decirle si eso que
It's
está de colores es el gusano?
it's actually it's the same process like regular silkworm, but it's just they eat cassava leaves.
Ah, se refiere a que el proceso de producción de seda con la hoja de yuca es exactamente lo mismo, solamente que los gusanos se comen la hoja de yuca, nada más es eso. O sea, si buscamos un video de YouTube de producción de seda de gusano, el proceso para nuestro caso y el de ellos es el mismo, solamente que en vez de comer cualquier otra hoja, simplemente están usando hoja de yuca, nada más. Eso es todo lo que quieren decir.
I'll send to you after. Let's see. Let me see. I can send it now in the chat.
Okay, let me check.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Share.
I am designer. Dile que yo también soy diseñador.
Yes, I think you would like it, Walter. I just send it to the chat, Eric. It's
Okay, nice.
you can see it clearly there.
Okay, let me pull up full screen. Okay, cool. Now I'm actually capable of full resolution up there.
See? It's like that.
And share sound as well. Share.
Eric, ¿puedes preguntarle si los gusanos se comen?
Oh yeah, he's asking if we can eat the worms as well.
Yeah. You can eat the worms as well. Exactly.
Oh, nice. Just like suri, because here in Peru we eat another kind of worm, suri, which is basically a coconut worm at the jungle.
Yeah. In Indonesia, in some parts of Indonesia, we eat that as well. But it's not a coconut, it's a sago. What is sago? Bentar ya. Sago itu apa ya, Tar, bahasa Inggrisnya?
I don't know what it is in English.
Sagu tree. Sago
Yeah.
tree. Metroxylon sagu. Sago palm. It's
Like the worm is like marshmallow. We look right.
Cicas revoluta. No, not
Cicas.
cicas.
Okay, let me check.
So we
Well,
have
after
cicas
this
worm as
video,
well.
actually.
So we eat it as well.
Pretty nice.
¿Qué dice Eric?
So
Ya,
yeah,
resulta que
you can watch this video, and then so you know the whole process. I think it's pretty complete in that video.
ya dice que hagamos el video ahorita.
Ya, sí, lo estoy viendo.
¿Se escucha el audio?
Sí, se escucha.
I'll find another video that is apa namanya? it's a pretty long video. So
Walter, en el video están haciendo el recuento de los días también. Es decir, el progreso que hay en cada día.
yeah.
Ya
But
están
this
en
is
el día
only
4.
like to show you how they grow it. But I will find another video later. I'll send it to Walter on how they process the thread.
Maybe I can speed up a little bit.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same throughout, basically. Eric.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to send you the one that is, but maybe you can have a look at it later.
Berhasil beternak dan sampai menjadi kepompong. Kemudian kepompong itu
Okay, you can see this one later, the one that I sent you, the second one. It's basically you can turn off the video without the screen Eric.
Okay, tell us again, please. I couldn't hear you at all. Please.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, now I'm hearing.
Okay, so I sent you the second video, but you don't have to see it now. You can see it later. It tells you the traditional process on how to turn the cocoons into a thread. It's in the second video.
Okay, I'll tell them. Okay, arquitecto Walter, el video que te acabo de enviar es el segundo video que acaba de poner Falencia en el chat. ¿Ya? Este video trata del proceso tradicional, en esencia la tradición al momento de crear los hilos de seda a partir de este proceso. Entonces, esto lo podemos ver más tarde, o sea, este segundo video. Y mientras tanto continuamos el actual.
Listo, no hay problema, sí, porque es un poco largo para verlo con paciencia. Y ya, no sé. Está bien.
Yeah. So, yeah, so shall we wrap up then, Walter?
Yes, sí, dice, ¿qué dice?
Ya. Dice si ya podemos culminar.
Sí, no hay problema. Muchas gracias por su tiempo. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias por tu tiempo as well.
Muchas
gracias. A ver, díganlo, muchas gracias.
Igualmente. Thank you so much.
In Indonesia, we say terima kasih.
Banyak.
Very makasih. Very makasih.
Yeah.
Very makasih.
Very makasih. Entonces voy a apuntarlo para la próxima. Very makasih.
Terima kasih with a T.
Very
Tango, like
makasih.
tango. Terima kasih.
Very
Thank
makasih.
you.
Es gracias.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll see you on Tuesday 13th, your date, yeah? It will be Wednesday for us. Martes.
El martes.
Ya.
Sí.
Ya, dile que en el idioma nativo de Perú, que es el quechua, no existe la palabra gracias, porque porque la vida en la concepción del mundo andino, es cíclico, es reciprocidad.
Oh,
I see.
sorry.
Nice.
Go ahead, Eric.
Okay, so what Walter is telling us is that in the native Peruvian language, which is Quechua, the word thanks doesn't actually exist. And that's because in the Andean cosmology, it happens that everything is cyclic, everything comes back. So that's the reason. That's why.
So you don't have the word thank you. Okay.
Nice.
See
Oh,
you.
yeah. Also, Walter,
¿sí?
the other thing is we need to use this because this is something that we can also start with to have something like this for Indonesia. So
I see.
basically starting to have a catalog of apa Indonesian current weaving state.
Ah, ya. Está preguntando si con esto ya podemos empezar a catalogar también las técnicas de tejido de Indonesia. Es decir, tener una versión de este libro que está, o sea, de tu libro, pero para Indonesia, pues, con el catálogo de las técnicas de tejido.
Ah,
De
claro,
eso está preguntando.
dile que estamos construyendo, estamos escribiendo un nuevo libro que hablamos justo de los materiales y las técnicas. Si quiere,
Ahí sí.
si quiere participar, sería genial. Lo podemos hablar la próxima reunión del
Oh,
libro.
I see. Nice. Okay. What Walter is telling us is that, yes, you can. On the other hand, he's writing another book in which
Oh yeah, that we can contribute, yeah.
if you participate there, it
Yeah,
would be cool.
yeah. I
Very,
think
very cool.
if we can participate, then that could be also something that we can sell later for the government.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, Walter,
Yeah.
lo que dice Falencia es si esto también lo podemos poner a venta al gobierno de Indonesia. A eso se refiere.
Claro, claro. Le envío los archivos. ¿Cómo lo quiere vender? No entiendo.
Yeah.
Okay, so he tells us that yes, you can sell it to the government. He's asking about how.
Because if for example, if our writing is published in your in your book, we can already show that there is a connection between the two countries gitu, and it's on academic level but at the same time also on the network level. And this is something because right now the government don't know us. I mean, don't know you. Maybe they know me, but they don't know you. The other way around. Your government knows you, but they don't know me. So then we need to establish that we have a good connection and that it's a real connection. You know, it's just not like we know each other, but it's a knowledge connection between the two countries, and that we want to start collaborating on that. And that's why, I mean, for government officers, exhibition is important because exhibition is it's their ultimate way to showcase their work, you know, like the achievement that they have achieved throughout their work. So that's why I think on Tuesday we can start making the trajectory, like maybe writing the article first, maybe with writing the article for the book, and then try to design the project, and then see the timeline, and then start connecting people that can support the project.
Walter, lo que quiere decir es que, bueno, también es más o menos lo que te comenté la anterior reunión. Lo que quieren al momento de vender es la exhibición del libro. Que a través de eso es que van a hacer la venta para el gobierno. Ahora, ¿eso para qué? Para poder conectar los dos países no solamente a nivel académico, sino también a nivel de red, a nivel de conocimiento, conocimientos compartidos, conocimientos colaborativos en ese sentido.
Perfecto. Ok, dile, está bien.
Yeah.
Ujú.
Yeah.
Okay, he's giving us
Entonces,
the green light.
entonces
Okay.
see you el,
See you
See ya.
on
See you.
Tuesday.
see you.
Bye, Walter. Bye, Eric. Thank you so much
Ah,
for the translation.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
muchas gracias.
Take care.
Utari
Bye-bye.
Falencia. Chao, chao.
See you.